You've all been waiting for it. Here's the orange bento. I used a mini melon baller to get some cantaloupe balls, and I added a orange giraffe pick. To the small back section, I also added a handful of goldfish. I added these hat and glasses picked to a mini mandarin orange, and then next to that, I added some carrots, obviously with the carrot topper picks, and a little bit of ranch in this container, and that's a sticker on it. And then for the main course, I'm making Wacky Mac. When I was a kid, we didn't have Annie's, and we didn't buy Kraft. We bought Wacky Mac. So it's bringing back a lot of memories. Also using my letter cutters and a piece of cheese, I spelled out "You are a cutie." And then once the noodles were cooked, I added the butter, milk, and the cheese, mixed it up, and here is the final product. The next color is yellow, and that will be up sometime next week. You guys have been waiting so patiently, so finally, here's the yellow bento. I started by adding the treat, which is just some yellow gummy bears, which are lemon flavored. The main course is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook, so I started making that. It's just some rice-a-roni, which is going to be a perfect yellow color when it's done. I added some pineapple chunks with a cute little pineapple fork, and a little bit of corn, which I heated up and then added some star picks too. To the larger section in the back, I added some Meyer lemon and cream yogurt from Trader Joe's and topped it with some white and yellow sprinkles. And then I also added a little segment of a banana with these cute little glasses picks. When the rice-a-roni was done, I added it to the box along with a yellow giraffe fork, and here's the final product. I think it turned out adorable, and I love it with the contrast of the blue box. Next week is green. Here's the green bento you've all been waiting for. I started by making a fruit salad with some green grapes, a kiwi, and some honeydew. And you'll notice as I'm preparing these things, the food is kind of flying around all over the place. That's what happens when I make a bento and film for TikTok at the same time. Once the fruit salad was done, I added it to the box with 3 food picks. And in this little side container, I added some green gummy bears. To the back section, I added a handful of green veggie straws. And then for the vegetable, I'm going with some cucumber and ranch and some sugar snap peas that I added some eye picks and a hat pick to. Using these 2 flour cookie cutters, I cut out some flower shapes out of some spinach, and that is to go on top of some pesto cheese ravioli. So once the ravioli was cooked, I added the pesto and then the spinach flowers on top, and that's all there is to it. I hope you guys like how this turned out, and I can't wait for next week's blue. Here's the all blue bento. I started by adding a handful of blueberries with 2 blue food picks. I also put in a Rice Krispie treat just because it has a blue wrapper. And this is a new thing I found. It's a blue raspberry applesauce. I did give it a taste before I put it in the lunchbox, and it really just tastes like regular applesauce. I also added a little bit of blueberry yogurt, which I did add some more food coloring to, just to make it look a little bit more blue. And I also put these tiny blue food picks in it just to look like they're swimming in the yogurt. For the main course, we're going with some pancakes. And after I prepared the batter, I added a little bit to a bowl and added some blue food coloring to it. And I cooked them in a pan. I probably should have used a bigger one, but it's okay. They didn't turn out very well, but I'm sure they'll taste good. I also added a blue fork and some sugar-free maple syrup, and here's the final product. Please don't leave me any comments about how much sugar there is in this bento. I know, I can see it, it's just for fun. Another popular bento theme that people are requesting is colors of the rainbow. So I'm going to start with red and work my way through all of the colors. I started by adding one of these cherry cheesecake packs into the box and topped it with some red sprinkles. I also added a Baby Bell cheese, which I cut a little heart into, and some cherry tomatoes with a side of ranch dressing. And I know the leaf picks are green, but I still think they look cute. For the fruit, I added some strawberries and raspberries with 2 red heart picks. The main course is a little bit complicated to explain, but it's basically just spaghetti with homemade marinara sauce and a hot dog, which I cut so that it kind of looks like an octopus, except with 4 legs. There was probably a better way to explain that, but I think you get the idea. So yeah, here's the red lunch. Can't wait for the rest of the rainbow. Hey guys, here's my attempt at an all-purple bento. All of my plans for this bento kind of fell apart, so I just did the best that I could. Started with some red grapes, not purple, but this was the best that I could find. I also have barely any purple food picks, but I do have these 2 unicorn ones, which I put into the grape section. Then on the side, I added a handful of these yogurt bites, and then I also added a little purple koala pick into them. And it is just for decoration, you can't use it to pick them up. For the vegetable, I went with some purple carrots and a small side of ranch. And then for the main course, I was going to do purple potatoes, but I couldn't find any. So we're going with purple mac and cheese. In order to do this, I had to use white mac and cheese. I was optimistic at first when I started to put the food coloring in, but then it just turned gray. It does look more purple in real life than it does on camera, but you know, it didn't turn out the best, but I did give it my best shot. Hey guys, I'm finally back with another colored themed lunch, and today is pink. Obviously, I had to add some pink goldfish and some Scandinavian swimmers, but just the pink ones. I also added this Starburst strawberry yogurt, and I taste tested it, and it tastes exactly like Starburst. Not really my thing for yogurt, but it was fun to try. I know what you're thinking here, oranges are orange, but this is a Cara Cara orange, which means the inside is more pink. I also added some pink picks to the orange, and these are some of my favorite picks. For the main course, we're going with a bagel. I cut it in half and toasted it. On top of the bagel, I'm putting some cream cheese and smoked salmon, which is a little bit pink. If you wanted a pink bagel but don't like salmon, you could also use strawberry cream cheese. And in this little side container, I'm adding a little bit of everything but the bagel seasoning. I added it to the box, and here's the final product. I'm in love with how it turned out. I know it's been a while, but I'm finally back with the one color only lunch series. Obviously, I'm going with white this time, and I started by adding the two easiest ingredients, popcorn and marshmallows. Next is the cauliflower, which I steamed in the microwave and just added some salt and pepper. And to it, I added my favorite picks, which are my ghost picks. I also added a little side of ranch in this rainbow container. Then I added an apple, which I cut up and peeled so it stayed white. And I added it to the back of the box along with two more picks. Now for the main course. I'm super nervous, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm making butter poached cod and white rice. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and actually cook something. And even though I was really nervous, it turned out great. Goes to show I could use a bit more confidence in myself. I did cut the fish in half just so it would cook a little faster, and here's the final product. I'm super happy with how it turned out. Hope you guys like it.